So today I have created this look. It's kind of a tribute to a sunset. I've done looks like this a few times before, and I just thought I would share with you how I do it. So yeah, if you like this look, keep watching. So I've already done my brows and my eyeshadow base. I've used my usual MAC products on my brows, and then I've used the P. Louise base as my eyeshadow base, my favourite. So today I'm gonna go into both the Carnival Palette, surprise surprise, Carnival Palette, but I'm also gonna try and use up some of my MAC shadows that I haven't used in like the longest time. But I went searching in my drawer for this one, and then I realised why I never really use it anymore. I mean, look, I made this before the Carnival Palette even came out. Look, like it's like, this is why I use the Carnival Palette so much. It's because it's like literally my perfect palette. I was literally trying to create it before it was a thing. So no wonder I love it so much. So I am gonna dip into the Carnival Palette for some of the purple colours and things like that, I think. But yeah, so I'm gonna start with this fluffy brush, and we're gonna use this shadow here, which is called Chrome Yellow from MAC. But I mean, if you do want to create this look and only have to use one palette, like this is your palette, I'm gonna blend that just above the crease. Sorry if you can hear loads of noise. We're having work done to the building that we live in, but I have no idea what the work is. Like literally, I woke up one morning and there was like a load of guys like outside my window, and obviously I live on the first floor, so that was a bit of a surprise. Putting all scaffolding up, so yeah, it's probably a little bit noisy in the background, so sorry about that. Forgot how nicely this blends. I'm not a massive fan on all of MAC's eyeshadows, but this one is. Chrome Yellow is just a really nice shadow. Next, we're going in with a slightly smaller brush, and we're going to go in with, I think I'm going to use the orange in the Stacey Marie palette because it's a little bit more vibrant than the orange I've got in here. This is more of a, like a smoky orange that I've got in there, and I need it to be like a vibrant orange. So we're going for a bit of like a sunsetty look, so put that in the crease. And I'm just going to go back in with my fluffy brush and just blend that through. Popping a little bit more of that chrome yellow on my brush, blending out those corners because I don't want to lose the yellow vibrancy. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the purple shade, so I'm going to use Liquor, this one, because it's the deepest purple shade, and we're going for like, I think we're going for like a sunsetty kind of look. I'm always torn with a sunsetty look whether to do the orange or the pink, but I've done quite a few kind of looks like this with pink eyeshadow, so I just want to change it up a little bit and go for the orange instead. So I'm going to go in with this quite small brush and teeny tiny pencil brush, both of them stained. So we're going to use the Liquor shade, and we're going to use this small brush to place the eyeshadow down, pat it in, and then this is what we're going to blend out with. Because it's quite a smaller brush, it's not going to blend it too far and cover up that orange. Now I'm going to go back in with the orange shade because I don't want to lose it, and blend the very corners of that purple, and then just go over the yellow a little bit. So now we're going to go in and we're going to cut the crease. We're doing a halo eye, so rather than cut the crease right from the corner, we're going to cut the crease in the middle. So I know it doesn't look like the tidiest or the most even right now, but this is just like, this was just to create the cut at the top. The shape I'm going to create on the actual lid I'm going to do with eyeshadows. So next we're going to create that kind of faded in effect. I'm going to get back in there with my little pencil brush and do right in the out corners. corners. Next, I'm going to go in with another little pencil brush because we don't want a brush too big because we don't want to cover the lid. It's such a small, detailed little area. I'm going to go back in with the orange shade we used, Lit. I'm going to blend the corners on that purple shade. Going with the yellow, I'm going to use the same pencil brush because obviously the shade isn't as dark as the purple is, so it should blend it nicely. I'm going to fill in that space in the middle with the yellow. Okay, so now we've done that, I'm just going to go over and blend these outer edges. So now I'm going to pop on a little bit of this Sarah Hill glitter. This is in Holy Grail, it's like a gold glitter. To keep that in the centre of my eye, I'm going to be using the NYX Glitter Primer, and I'm just going to pop that on with my finger, just in the centre. I want like a little bit, so I'm going to go in with a small amount first and then just pat that on. I've never actually used this NYX glitter primer before, and I'm liking it. I mean, that should be a surprise, a lot of people use it and like it, so that makes sense. And that's glitter all over my living room. Now I'm going to go in with the NYX Vivid Brights eyeliner. So I'm just going to use the Rumour London 100% waterproof mascara, which is just the mascara I've been using at the minute. So I'm just going to go away, pop some lashes on, and then I'll be right back. So lashes are on, so now I'm just going to do my inner corner and my brow highlight. So for that I'm going to be using MAC Cosmetics Pigment in the shade Vanilla, this kind of flat buffer brush, and I'm just going to be popping that just on my brow bone, quite heavy. And then on the inner corner of my eye, again, quite heavy. Fluffy brush, and just blending that off. Gives you that really blinding highlight. And now I'm just going to be going on my waterline with the NYX retractable eyeliner, the white one. So now I'm just going to jump off camera and finish my base because it's the same base I always use. There's no point me recording it, and then I'm just going to come back on just to finish like underneath my eyes and choose a lip and things like that. So I'll see you in a minute. So obviously, after just saying I use the same products every time, there's a few different products I've used, so I'll show you those. So I've used rather than baking, I have decided to start using my Mineralize Skinfinish in the shade Light again, just because as much as I love that Kat Von D powder, like I've been saying recently, I've been noticing I'm getting like a lot of under eye lines, and baking and adding a load of powder probably isn't helping the situation. So I've just ran this over my face, and this is really nice because my foundation and my concealer are matte, and obviously then putting powder over the top. This is light reflective, so it gives the skin a beautiful glow. And then highlight today, rather than use my usual Anastasia Beverly Hills Aurora Glow Kit, I have used my Illamasqua, very loved Illamasqua highlighter. I can't remember the shade of this because it's gone off the back. But yeah, that's the one I've used today instead of Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I've applied it with a slightly lighter hand and without wetting the brush first. And I feel like it's just give a beautiful glow to the skin without it being over the top. So let's finish off the under eyes and then finish the lip. I'm sorry if my lighting keeps going funny. The light outside, like we're getting into the late afternoon, so the light is going, I think clouds going over, whatever. So for our under eyes, we're going to go in with our smudgy brush. Where's my smudgy brush? There's my smudgy brush. And then this little brush that we used before for the yellow and the orange. And we're going to go in with the liquor shade right underneath my eye. And we're going to go in with the yellow shade, blend that out. When I do my under eye, when I'm smoothing out my under eye, when I've used a lot of eyeshadows on the top of my eye, you want to basically use half the amount of shadows that you've used on the top of your eye and the bottom of your eye, because otherwise, there's not enough space there to use them all. So the way I do it is I tend to use the darkest and the lightest. Blend out the darker shade with the light shade, and it's a good in between. So now we're just going to pop on a little bit of mascara onto those bottom lashes. That's the only downside to having lightly coloured hair. Would you get a mascara in it? There we go. Now, I've heard a lot of things about these Vivid Bright eyeliners, the NYX ones, and I'm pretty sure it's pretty common knowledge that they're quite crumbly and flaky, and honestly, this has been on my eyelids for 10 minutes. It's cracked, it's totally cracked. So I don't know, I might put black over it if it continues to crack. It's not crumbling off, it's just very cracked, but I can deal with that. It's you know, I'll probably take this makeup off in a little bit. Well, it depends, because my husband mentioned something about a date night, and I might hold him to it. If we have a date night, if I want to go out and I feel like it's cracking too much and it starts to crumble off, I'm just going to put black over it. But for now, it's crumbling, it's not crumbling, it's cracking, but it's fine. It's just not amazing. Okay, so we're going to go in the lips. So, oh god, this is a bit worn, a bit worse for wear. So I'm going to go in with Whirl lip pencil, MAC's Whirl lip pencil, and just line my lips. Next, I'm going to go in with one of MAC's liquid lips in the shade Burnt Spice. And I predominantly put that in the middle of my lips because it's just a little bit lighter than the Whirl lip liner. So I just want to keep the lightness in the centre of my lip. But I do blend it over my lip line a little bit because I overline my lips, and if I don't, it looks really obvious. Just let that dry. I just think it's like the perfect nude for my complexion. Like, I really like it. It's not, it doesn't like wash me out. God, I remember the first nude I bought was before I ever worked in makeup, and it was MAC's Blankety lipstick, and I was just like, I'm pale, that lipstick's pale, it must be the perfect nude. No, it was awful on me. It's really nice if I am doing like a centre of the lip, you know, a bit like what I'm doing today, but if I'm doing it with like not a liquid lip, it's really nice just to pop in the centre of the lip because it's that light. It's really nice for that, like lip contouring, but all over the lip it's just concealer lips. On me it just looks like concealer lips. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Fenty Glow Lip Gloss, favourite gloss ever. So there we have it, the finished look. So if you like this look, please like the video, share it, subscribe to it, do all the things. But yeah, I just hope you enjoyed watching it. Maybe you might follow along, maybe you won't. But yeah, hope you like it. And I will see you next video.